Hey, my wonderful divine feminine Aquarius placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your September extended monthly Tarotscope. Welcome if you're new to my page. Please know I break down every sign by divine feminine and divine masculine energy. We all hold both, but most of us are a little bit more imbalanced in one way or another. If you're unsure of which energy you are, watch both, see what resonates more with you right now. Also, my website, gingermama.com, has free blog posts. One of them, if you scroll down, it'll say wounded masculine and feminine energy. It's bullet pointed, some really clear indicators, so you can get a great idea there, okay? All right, we're gonna dive into this. You know, I wasn't really channeling a picture for you, but the other day I was gonna do this, and then I had done a lot, so I was tired. But the song that was coming in out of nowhere was that song, we take one step at a time. There's no need to rush, right? It's like learning to fly or falling in love. I feel like you're in this energy right now where you've been taking one step at a time. You're making forward progress, absolutely. However, there is this feeling right now where you're like, I want to slow down. Like, I want to just rest and settle in. But here's the thing, I feel like the universe is like, not yet. You need to be moving a little bit quicker than you are. Okay, I was clarifying with Source. It's part of the reason I didn't do the post the other day when I was first thinking of that song. I was like, I want to make sure I'm on point with this message. So, Divine Feminine, some of you maybe have pulled back a little bit. Great, you took a minute. September is the month to keep going forward, okay? A little bit quicker than you were, okay? I know you're fixed energy. Sometimes that can be hard to move a little bit faster than we want to, but the universe is really pushing you right now. And the astrology coming up this month is also going to be pushing you. So let's start there. On the 5th of September, we have Venus in Virgo, and Venus is the planet of love. Virgo is a highly intuitive earth sign placement. So there's going to be a lot of maybe intuitive downloads about like what you want love to look like. But it's also a very practical earth sign placement that asks us to get really clear about like what would love look like? What is day to day, you know, connection, love, communication, whatever it is for you. So take some time around the 5th to reflect on that. And then the morning of the 6th, the moon moves into Aquarius. So you might feel that as the moon moves into your, you know, sun sign. And she will stay there. And on the 8th, Aquarius will be conjunct Saturn. And I find this to be a very fascinating placement, especially for those with Aquarius placements. I don't have Aquarius in my big three or anywhere in my chart except my midhaven, which is about service to the collective. And so I always find that fascinating. Aquarian energy is all about service. And here I am constantly serving, right? And the song playing right now, that comes on right now, nobody, like, why am I chosen type of thing. You were chosen for a very specific reason. Do not doubt it, okay? Get into that energy of like, I need to move a little bit quicker because the collective is ready for me. They need me. Look around your tribe right now, your family, your friends. Alexa, volume down. And ask yourself, are they serving the highest and greatest good of the collective, of me? You know, what do I want in my life? What do I not? Are there energies I'm kind of butting heads with? And can I pull away a little bit? And so as we do this, it doesn't mean they're out of your life forever, right? But just be clear. Be like, hey, I'm working on my healing journey. I know this sounds kind of cheesy, but like, I'm going to take some time back, whether this is family, friends, whoever it is in your life, and state this clearly, and then follow through with, hey, I'll reach out to you in 3 or 4 weeks or in 2 months or whatever you feel comfortable saying. And set that boundary and then make it a point, put it in your phone or whatever, to follow through and reconnect and touch base and see, you know, where they are, where your energy is, what feels right. Sometimes we don't understand how uncomfortable we are in a friendship or relationship until we pull back and we understand, okay, do we miss this connection? Was it equal give and take? What was going on there? Okay, so focus on that. And then right on the 9th, we hit Mercury retrograde. Dun, dun, dun. I know a lot of people freak out by that. Don't, okay? Mercury retrograde, excuse me. You might be feeling called to speak your truth. Again, friends, family, whoever it is in your life. But furthermore, others might be feeling called to speak their truth to you. Retrogrades are a time where we're tying up a lot of loose ends. Karmic partners, lovers, soulmates, twin flames, whoever it is in your life might be coming back into your orbit. So just be mindful of communication, pausing, really hearing what information is being brought to your attention and not acting impulsively when you respond and thinking it through. Okay, that's all. Mercury retrograde can be a great time. It really can. But you need to make sure you're really like dotting your I's, crossing your T's, getting very clear about what it is you want to communicate, okay? So that starts on the 9th, and that will be in Virgo still as we do that. And then retrograde will transition into Libra energy towards the end of the month on the 23rd. Okay, so if you have more Virgo placements, or maybe a person you're thinking of does, it might be more common that you hear from them earlier in the month. Later in the month, it might be more that Libra energy or air sign energy. So it might affect you more towards the end of the month since you are an air sign. But it could happen at any time, all right? So be prepared for that. Be open. On the 10th then, we're gonna get to the cards in 1 second, but we got to get to the 10th here. That is the full moon in Pisces. And you Aquarians right there, especially Pisces comes right after you. I mean, again, the end of the zodiac wheel, these highly intuitive signs, it's like this beautiful higher realm energy. And this full moon is really going to ask you, especially if you also have Pisces placements, to release something further, fear, insecurity, worry, doubt. Get really clear on this, okay? Write it down, burn it, give it to the universe. But that's going to feel like a big push. It's going to tell you, keep going, keep moving. Like I said, 1 step at a time is great, but pick up the pace a little bit, all right? So we have the 7 of Pentacles here too, Divine Feminines. I'm telling you, protect your energy right now. Whether it's energy you're feeling from a karmic, a counterpart, a soulmate, energy around family and friends, protect what you are manifesting. If you are cultivating a new idea, a new vision about something, don't overshare this with others, okay? Many of you, the 7 of Cups reversed, it's like you really are clear on what you want. I feel like you're getting really clear on that. And if you're not, you're going to be this month. You're going to be like, that option's not working, that option's not working, this is the option I want. Also, maybe focus a little bit, some of you, on unblocking your chakras. If you're feeling those chakras, like your throat chakra, for example, your heart chakra, whatever it is, maybe if you don't know much about chakras, please go do some research on those and, focus first on the lower chakras, that feeling of safety, of security, things like that. Hand of God confirming. I love this. Ace of Pentacles. The way I read tarot in my deck, this is the only card I read differently. I have had an agreement with Source since I started reading. This is the yellow brick road to new earth. So understand, as you're walking down that yellow brick road to new earth, again, it's like we're all going to get there. Yes. But sometimes some of us need to slow down a bit on our journey. I'm an Aries sun. That's definitely me. But other people need to pick up the pace and speed up a little bit more. This is about, again, Aquarian energy, service to the collective. Where do you fit into the puzzle? I feel like that's going to be a big theme for you this month. Where is my service needed? Look at this, the 5 of Cups upright. What grief, pain, sorrow, sadness have I had in my life? And how could I surrender and just be honest with the world about my personal story? Whatever that looks like, whether you're mentoring people like in person, or this is online, or a blog, or a book, or whatever it is for you. But sometimes when we have this grief and sorrow, it's important that we just walk through that with Source, okay? So don't be afraid to walk through that pain, especially the beginning of the month, okay? And really release any fear about that. And furthermore, I always talk about this card. There are 2 full cups back here. This person's just not looking over their shoulder to say, hey, it's not that bad. Yeah, these 3 cups are gone, but I got 2 beautiful full cups behind me. So focus on that right now. Instead of hyper focusing on what didn't work, or that person, or that job, or that situation, focus on what's coming for you, what's going to work, okay? Because I think many of you are kind of in this rocky water place. You're slowing down because of fear, because of past pain. And that slowdown is going to cause a rocky energy. Be mindful too right now that King of Swords here, it's like you definitely want to protect your energy for sure. But the King of Swords reversed, whether this is a masculine in your life or you, is an energy that's all about them. Like it's all about me, self-protection, that's it. And, some of you might need to be more in that energy. Like where you're over giving to the collective. And I'm not saying don't share, but I'm saying when it comes to personal relationships, like I said, family, friends, lovers, make it about you right now. Kind of go into hermit mode. Follow spirit with that lantern, that light, and be like, who am I? And I know this might be hard. You might be up in bed having dreams. You might, have difficulty sleeping. That's okay. That's part of the journey. But right now it feels like you really do need to tap into like you. What do you really want? The Empress reversed. Again, you might be feeling like others don't see you as the Empress, or you're feeling imbalanced in that energy, maybe not as confident. Solar plexus, might be very significant for you. But pulling back and doing this alone with Source. I know so often we want to go to other people, other healers, other things. We want to be online all the time. And I feel like this month is a call for you to go inward on your own, especially the beginning of the month. And as we hit the 25th, we have that new moon energy coming in. New moons are great. They normally make us feel better if we've been doing the work. If we have not been doing the work, I find new moons to actually be more difficult than full moons. My personal experience, this only has occurred for me in months where I knew I was not doing the work I should have been doing around the full moon. And then for me, it's rocky until the next full moon. So just a thought, okay? That's how you can kind of tell, am I in flow, right? If full moons are feeling more like, but you're feeling peaceful in that release, you're doing the work, you feel calmer and better. The new moons, then you're gonna feel a lot lighter. It's gonna be more that focus again on what you really want, maybe romance, career, like self-love, what you want to call in. We have Venus in Libra on the 29th as well, which I love, that duality, that balance. Again, it's going to highlight for you, where have you been really balanced or imbalanced, especially when it comes to romantic connections, love. And so if you've been someone that's really overgiving, that's going to be very apparent. If you've been rebalancing that out, you're going to feel better, right? But if someone else has not been giving, it's going to be very highlighted for you. So keep that in mind as we close out the month. Yeah, the Four of Wands here. What is your true idea of commitment? This, again, I know it's not a Libra energy card, but it is about duality and balance. Again, Venus and Libra. What better card, for this idea of balance, duality, mirrored souls, especially if you have a counterpart. Maybe you're feeling imbalanced because you're like, I don't understand why they're not understanding what commitment is, like why they can't commit to dating me, right? Or commit to just acknowledging this or anything, right? And so you might be feeling a little impatient right now, Temperance reversed. That's normal on your journey. Just tell yourself, yep, I'm impatient right now. It is what it is. I'm going to trust Source is going to get through on what this looks like. Some of you might be closing out also just past ideas of what you thought happily ever after kind of looked like, or marriages, karmic situations, things you thought you had walked away from, but now again, Mercury retrograde, bringing in those loose threads, asking us to really be like, oh my gosh, that's not out of my energetic field yet, right? It's not out of maybe your physical space yet. There's a lot to dissect, especially those of you who broke up from long-term karmic partners, divorces, things like that. So again, the focus should be on closing out those details so that you can move forward. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Wishes fulfilled. I know you're like, but it's so much work all the time. Like, can I catch a break? And it's one of those things, talk with Source and be like, look, I'm going to take the bath. I'm going to do the thing for me for an hour or two. And then I'm going to pick myself up and go right back at it. And I'm going to move a little bit quicker, Source. But then I'm going to, pull back for an hour or two, but then I'm going to move quicker. Because I do feel that energy for you. The more you can tie up these loose ends, the better the month is going to be, okay? If you cannot tie up these loose ends, I'm telling you, victory reversed. You're going to be kicking yourself at the end of the month, okay? Let's pull a couple Moon Oracle cards for you. This feels like really great energy. Like whoever you are, I do feel like you've been doing the work. I just feel like it's kind of that feeling of sudden stall out where you're like, I've been doing the work, but now I don't want to do it. And I get it. We all get like that. I've been like that many times on my journey. And so this is just your reminder to tap back in and not stop. You were chosen for a reason. Alexa, volume up. This song is called Jaira. Maybe this song is significant. It's by Elevation Worship. I really love this. Mm-hmm. Luck is on your side. Again, you have luck. What you are manifesting is happening. It is coming for you. But you have to be able to take the action steps in flow with Source as well. You can't just sit back and, lay in the bathtub and be like, all right, I did some work. Now here it comes. It's constant forward action. And the way we feel better energetically is through action. If you're struggling with grief, depression, anxiety, again, action forward. Focus on release during that full moon. My crown keeps going wild when I say that. You have something you really need to release, whether it's that soulmate, twin flame, this idea of what might have worked, a karmic, whatever it is, maybe it's multiple things, release it. A fiery climax approaches and a time for healing. Again, I think for many of you coming in at the end of the month, there might be these new soul contracts or maybe a past person that's really changed. And you feel like this energy of like, this is a really healing, safe, healthy connection, right? And you deserve that. So be open to that if that's what's coming in. But if it's not committed, if it's not legit, that Four of Wands, I mean, it feels like it will be. But if it's not, then you need to pull back, okay? You deserve safety within a relationship. We feel safe when we know there's commitment to consistency, to communication, to emotional vulnerability, all of the above. I love all of you. Feel free to follow me on TikTok. I'm over there all the time with lots of messages. And my website, gingermama.com with the 3 A's, has free blog content. And I also offer personal readings through that website. So I love all of you. I will see you next month.